This is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 94C, chapter C, where we did A and we did B. In this chapter, I want to talk about the 4 principles of object-oriented programming. Now, I already mentioned some few of this already on the other videos, especially when I was showing you the remember it was like it was pretty lengthy script, and I mentioned the encapsulation and abstraction. Remember that inheritance. But anyway, in this one, I just want to go a little more clear, more detail. So just remember that when you create a class, it's you encapsulate everything, right? The properties, the methods that operates on the properties, basically the data, because properties are or you can call them fields, are variables that have values in them, right? That's the data, and it involves controlling the access of different assessors, which we're going to describe a little bit more on the other video, but you already saw it already. It's the public, the private, and the protected. Remember that? The keywords. So basically that's what that is, right? So when you encapsulate, hey, listen, just to get back, remember we did this before. We talked about this. Remember we was typing it out. I think I might have misspelled some few things. I'm going to have to check. And what I did was I added it here. Oh, by the way, this is my actual website, which I convert a lot of websites to WordPress, or I convert old WordPress thing into a newer WordPress themes, create them from scratch, or use templates, or whatever it takes to get that to work. And but what I want to talk about right here is this one. Remember how we talked about, and I said that we can turn it into a TXT file, but as you can see here, I got a PHP, because when you put just regular text PHP, it will show you just that some of the stuff, but it won't show you different PHP stuff, so you have to kind of make it into a PHP. So what I did was I took this file, I threw it into my cloud computing. I added the PHP and the NPHP, right? I added this in the dot. I always do that when I want to put like a lot of space, otherwise it just, this here will kind of be like here all the time. I just want some space, so I kind of put a dot. And remember, you saw it, as you can see, this is what that was. Remember, what is a PHP, key object, terminology, I mean all that. Look, it's all here. And what I did was I turned it into an echo, and I added a diff, right? And I also added a embedded styles, and I made the font size 18. Let me see, is it 18? How about if we put it as 20? This way, I'm going to save it. Let's see. Okay, see how it's bigger? We'll do it that way, so that way you can see what I'm talking about. So I put it in here within the single quotes. The reason I put it in single quotes here, here's the first one, the start, and this is the end right here. And of course, don't forget that semicolon, because this is one command, one line. This is what this is. And I added a pre-formatted element, and this is your start, and this is your end right here. Make sure you put that slash over here, slash. And I added. So what happens is, if I didn't do that, all this stuff will be all smashed together, right? But to give it this line and to give it the spacing, you put pre, and it gives it to you the way you want it. Okay, so I will be discussing HTML, CSS, and another bunch of set of videos later on after we do the PHP stuff. I think the PHP stuff is so much better, and I'm going to create other what you call it, like websites I want to share with you too, that you can also even add to your template or just have it as a separate thing. Let me show you that too. And I'm doing this for free. Normally when you get these courses, you get just certain things, you get the little examples, and that's it. But if you want a full more, like I've been doing it here, right? I'm doing it to here. And the reason why I call the study more is because I want to learn that. The reason why I did that, so when you go into the actual script, like in an editor, you will see green, and then you just have to search for green, and it tells you that section is for this section. The chart section, I think that was, let's see this right here? This is the chart, and this is the JavaScript, and you add it to the actual PHP file in the very end. You should be able to do these kind of things. Why it didn't show up over here? It's because it was only a test. You can't buy into it, so you can use this stuff. That's why it's blank here, or maybe it's possibly because of my browser, like I mentioned before. But we're going to look at that too, so that way you can at least have it too. Let me show you how we can use that. You can embed it into it. Anyway, as you can see, it's all the colors you see it. It's all, nothing new. Anyway, so we're here right now. What is this? There's that section that we had. Is it here? Let's see. Oh, here it goes, right here. This one right here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep adding to this here. We're just going to keep adding to it. And maybe I just write it down. How do we do it anyway? What did I mention before? Let me move this thing out of the way. Oh man, I think I'm going to have to plug in my phone. Let me see. So what is it? For principal. You know something? When I turn this into PHP file, I'm going to keep it like as a PHP because we're going to add more of these things into this. You know something? This should go here, really. Let's put it over here. How about if we do like that? We put a bunch of spaces, we put it right in here, and we just keep adding to it. When we do the command stuff, I'll just add it over here. So that way it separates. And then I can just do it there too. I don't know. Let me see if I do it. Something I can make it into a. I'll tell you what. Let's make this into. Let's move this out, and we'll make it into these things. And we can always pull that out, do the same thing we did up there. So what was it? What did I put it? Was it down? Oh, no, it was. Alright, so let's put a little space there, and we're going to say, what should we say? The four principles, because we were talking about the foundation and what the. Let me just write that down. Foundation. P. What is it? It's built. Four principles. This way you have it. I'm pretty sure you can find these things out. And then we have, what do we have? We have encapsulation, right? That was the one. I think that's when you encapsulate the whole, I'm going to show you in a second. Let's just write this down. Encapsulation. Let's put that one. We'll check it out a bit. This is concept. properties, right? The data, which is the properties. So let's put this in properties. How about we do slash fields? How about we do that too? That'll be good. And of course the methods, right? Because we're using that too. That operates, you know, on the data. How about we kind of cut that? Let's see, we're starting here. So basically, what I want to do, let me see, we'll do this, and I'll keep adding to it. Let's see. How about if we just, do you need more? How about if we just do the actual testing? So let's remember we did a class of circle. I wish I would have hashed. Just then we did public. Remember that one? Let me see the name. That number. We also did like private, but I'm gonna do everything public in here for now. But I just want to show you because I'm gonna show you that in a few minutes. Maybe I'll just do this. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go along and then we'll do protected. And then we'll do $sex. Remember that? Remember that? So basically what I want to do is I just want to make this into we'll discuss that in a few. But let's do public. See, when I was showing you all the other things, it was like a long script. And just to get it started, remember I mentioned that you should always study like the big ones, and then when you go back to the basic stuff, and then you're going to say, oh, I see why. And you'll click on it. Okay, this is when you encapsulate the actual properties in a class. That's what that means. This is what that means. Right? And you can even put a, what is it? Let me see, function. Let's say just got here, because I don't remember what I said the last time. And then we'll do this. Boom, there you go. Encapsulate. How about we just do this? I'm going to say this is the method. So what I meant here is that encapsulate the properties plus the methods. This is a class. This is exactly what a class is. And the abstraction, I guess I can kind of, let me save it. Maybe I should, should I put something here? Let me see, echo, cat, let's save it. I don't see anything about it. See? I don't see anything. If I wanted to add this to that, I mean, I could. Senior citizen. I mean, I could go like this. Save it. You got it right there. See? I can even add that, but I can even add this to this whole thing right here. But we're going to do that later. We're going to be doing that later. You get it? When I put it in the description, just take it from there. What is it? 49A, B, C, D, whatever it goes to. This same file will be there. Of course, I'm making it grow now because I'm going to reveal the video. But I will put it like that when I disperse it. I'll make sure that the whole thing is there. The whole thing, and I'll put it on all of them. Anyway, that's what. So we got something. I also mentioned the abstraction. Let me see. abstract, extraction. This. So the abstraction is the idea of hiding. Basically, what you're doing is really hiding privates and stuff like that. Because nobody's seeing this, right? Nobody can get into this with like this whole script. You can run at this and you can probably get these things, but nobody can see this whole thing. This is PHP, right? So it's like the complex, let's say, let's not let it grow too much. Let's say details. Let's go to the next one. And let's see, show only the essential features object, because that's basically what you're doing. Right? And the abstract classes, the abstract, that smells good. Abstract classes. I just put a whole bug the oven, cooking it. My daughter's coming tomorrow. I'm happy about that. These are what? Are used to enforce structure, which I'm not sure. What is just all that about? Let's see. Abstract class can't. Let's say cannot, because I don't want to use the little single quotes. I don't want to do the slash and find the entity for that. I feel like doing that. So we'll just say cannot must be it's a short oh my god, I interrupt my video. Let's save this anyway. And then this, so basically it will be like abstract class class. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, let's say abstract function. So somebody copied my stuff. Uh-oh, something is wrong. Oh. It's like, why isn't that working? I can't remember using it because I forgot. See? We just debug something together. saved it. Let's see. It's not nothing going on here. So this is not that. Let's see. And then we have like the inheritance. Remember we talked about that? So I'm going to put that on the. Let's put it in here. I'm going to say class, man. They used to win. We used to come in first, we used to come in second. One day we did came in third. Guess it was just one of them off days. Evidence it's a mechanism where a new class, like the child class, like the subclass, you know, like the subclass, the one you do, like you do a class here, and then you create another class, and you use the word extends because you're using that class to get used stuff from the first class. That first class will be considered a parent class. Second class is considered a child class or a subclass, and that inherits all the properties and the methods from the existing class. I mean, let that down. Something great, man. Let's see where I. Subclass can inherit properties, and that's because I did it so many times. Even though I write all my stuff to get into the database, that kind of thing, and, like an object. I mean, I have done other things too, simple things in object, but I always enjoy that doing the PHP. What was it? Spaghetti? No. I always do. I always, like I told you, man, my stuff. I swear, when I do my stuff, I have in mind how object-oriented programming does, right? Because you got things broken down in little sections. I do the same thing. All I do is use the invite or include or require, right? And we do the files, and then we break it down, and then it'll be separate files. And I do, believe me, man. And of course, I put a lot of comments so people can realize what I'm doing, So, so let's put the ending here. This is looking at it like. Okay, so we're gonna say, what was I saying? That it's like in the methods from existing class, which I consider the parent. I'm gonna put it over here like this. Parent or subclass, superclass, really. Superclass. And I'm kind of getting a little tired. I woke up twice last night. Let's put this little dot here. And then this achieves, like, like I mentioned, you achieve, you do this by using the extend keyword. So let's see. So this is achieve. This is why I like to just type everything up, so I don't have to waste your time. Using the extend, I will do that to the other ones. But I'm just trying to, have friends and people that follow me. Who never gives a comment. I don't understand this. Give me a give me some comments. Help me out here. Got it from few people, but I don't know. It's like, I mean, I've done it before too, so I'm not gonna complain too much because I've done that in so many videos, and I just don't put the comments because I just want to watch the videos. It was mostly technical stuff. But I do like to listen to these little teeny things with the AI and all that. So it's kind of cool. Two little. So close that window. This is promotes. What is this? Promotes. Use. We used to talk about that, right? Let's go to the next one. Next line. Okay, establishes. I had the same conversation yesterday to some people over the phone. And they were veterans, but because sometimes you don't play with this, I don't know, this is weird that they didn't know what I was talking about. And then there's the what is that, polymorphism? So that's like, it means like many forms, really. I mean, in object-oriented, that allows like one function. Remember we talked that we saw two different functions, two different classes, and then you got a method that is the same name in both classes. And when you do the extend, you're looking at, you inherit the parent, the superclass, and but you're using the one that you created in that subclass. That's called method overriding. Let me write that down. Just say means many forms, I guess. And then you're gonna say just put a comma here. And it allows method. I'm going to put in parentheses what I mean by, just in case. It's function basically. Right? Let's put this over. Let's put that up a little bit. To work. Let's see, to work. Object. Let's see, it is called so to say it depends on the object that is called on. And so, like the classes, right? And the instantiation, and what is it? Instantiation, and the static. Remember the static when we talked about the static? Remember? Easy. So classes, I'm gonna say, okay, let's just do that one. Let's put it over here. What did it say? See, because when you instantiate the process of creating an object, when you do the object creation, remember that? When you do new and then the name of the class, you instantiate the actual object, the class, and now you have an object. Now that object with this rocket, you can use the properties, you can use the methods. That's how you get to it. And within the actual, here, we're going to be looking at this stuff here. We will say something like, should I put a space here? I'm going to say, please, I'm going to do this, okay? Then we're going to go that. Then we're going to say dollar, remember that? Dollar this. And just say dollar name. I mean, not dollar name. Like that. And then it'll take whatever you put in here and it puts it out in here. That's what that is. Alright, so I don't want to mess that up. Oops. There you go. So we're going to get like that for now. Uh-oh, somebody's talking about me. Wait a minute, what's going on? Get out of here. So where are we? So, you know, so is that process of creating the class, the object? Let's write it down. Okay. Instantiation process. I mean, I don't type fast, but I just do, you know, a few fingers. Now look at the keyboard stuff. Class, you see that already, and of course the class acts as a blueprint, because that's what that is, as a blueprint. Man, I was just thinking about my printer earlier. I bought these brand new, what is that, the color things that go in it, cartridge. It's all dried up. And I only use it like maybe once or twice. Because I had my printer right next to the air conditioning, drying my stuff up. Man, I spent a lot of money on that thing, always. Alright, let's see. It's like, what is it? That's not what I'm talking about. There's the isolator. Instances. So this, I think you get the message. So if I went like this, like the class, and that's the product, because everybody sees to product like this, and I say, let's put down product, T's like that, and of course I already showed you public. But in this case, we're going to add the actual price to it. Like this, we're going to embed it to like that. Then we're going to say, remember we saw this one, I think I had this example. And then we're going to say dollar color, and we're going to call it green, I guess. Or blue, whatever color you like. I like green, this is a color not me. That was a good day, man. That's a good day for a lot of good things. Let me see. And then you can put how are we gonna read this? How are we gonna read this? See, this stuff right here, the assignment can actually be done outside once you create the objects. So let's do this one. Let's do the method. So let's see method like that. I'm gonna say public is the function. It's actually a method. I don't know why they didn't keep. I guess they don't want to confuse things. Calculate. Remember that? Look at the total. And I should have just copied it from over from that thing that I did before. Then we wanted to echo. Remember something stupid? This is from and from a function. That's alright. Keep it that way. Let's move this down. Then we have another Something is wrong. Oh. So then I'm gonna do another one. Let's do a public. When we say function. We have create ID. Oops. And then we're gonna say return. What did I do with it? Oh, I have to write this thing. I forgot what I called it. This. No, it wasn't that. I don't know. This here. No. Oh, forget it. Let's sit down. Let me just. I'm just gonna say turn 100 times 100. I'll do that instead. Then what other? Then I said, let's move this down here a little bit. Let's do a little bit then instantiation. We'll do that now. It's like creating the object from the class. So we're going to say, call it back to book. Remember the word new? New. And then what's the name of it? Product. Make sure you spell it right. Product. There you go. I just created an object. Now this book will use this or this. How come you use this? Can you replace? I can never replace what you said. You can reset stuff, but that's for later on. What is that? Print this out, echo it out. Let's do another one. Let's say phone product. And then how we call it, we're going to say calling a method. I know you already seen this. Alright, so if I run like this, I can say, let me see, book. I guess it will, because I'm not doing an echo. See, I was thinking about doing the echo, but I'm going to call this guy, and this guy already echoed it for me. So how about we do this? This is it. What? I keep doing it. I don't know why I keep doing it. Move it out the way. Save it like this. And save it on the C panel. Did it show? What's going on? Where is it? This is a function. Oh, there it is, right down here. I think I'm going to add some, let's see, echo. What is this? Echo, I'm going to put like character returns. Let's see. Character return. Why is there a space in between this? Oh, because of these things. Nobody. It shouldn't give me a problem. I mean, why? Let's see. No, it's not doing it. What's wrong? Alright, and this is down here. What? It's weird. Alright, let's just do this. So, let me see. What happened? I calculated that. And here it goes. This is from a function. What is it called? This is from a function. I'm calling this guy. I can also call him too. Let me see. Let's copy that over. Replace that with this one. Saving the song. Okay. So we go like this, and we'll give you. How about we do some spaces right here? BR, like that. Save it, and let's run it. Boom. Where is it? Why is it? Is it doing anything? Oh, it's not doing anything. You need to write the echo right here. Echo. It's doing the calculation. It's not showing. Boom. What the hell is it? Oh, look at this. Guys, let me come. There it goes. Alright, let's see. There you go. 1,000. See? Right here. 1,000. Pretty good, right? So if we want to access the property, let me see. How do I say? Accessing a property. I know you've seen this before, but I'm just trying to be more thorough, I guess. Bring this up a bit. Then we're going to say echo phone. Then we're going to say $phone. Remember, but this is also. And we're going to say price. Price. Let's see, we're going to echo phone and the price. We go up into the price. The price is $2. The phone isn't good. How about we do 0, 0. And then we go here and boom, phone ID. Alright, so let's put everything in. Not good enough. There you go. Phone 2000. I'm going to leave space there. Good. There you go. See how great that is? Now the static member, like the static one, I could say, what is it? The static member is, I'll be showing you more about it in a bit. I guess the static member, let's see, say, static, those are like, oh man, properties, my legs. I have to cut this thing short, buddies. That's okay, we'll do that. Because you can also access the property, the method of the class without creating any object. Without creating any object, really. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to use something called static members. They belong to the class itself, not of any specific instances, but it's in the same scope. It's in the same scope. In other words, it's in the same class. See, he'll put it right here. just let me see, make what's right do? I don't want to mess you up. So I'm gonna be confused. How about if we just okay. What we do is we'll add a we're static here. Let's see. Let's copy this, right? I'm gonna put it over here. And then I'm gonna put this one as a stat. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna say static like that. Talking about it, we'll say this 1, 2, 3. So you can have it. And then what I'll do is use it to do. I should just freaking copy the whole thing. Let me do that. Take this out. I don't want to confuse you guys. By the way, I forgot to mention. Don't really get the price. Okay, that's good. So how about we do this? Put that over here. What do you think? Like this? Are you sure? Maybe I should just put that stuff to here. How about if we do this? Move this down. How about we just write some stuff down so you can have it? You can access. What is it? You can access properties and methods. Class, without. So I just want to pass over that line. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, just for myself. You know. Let me see. We could do this. They belong to the class itself. Not to any specific instance. It's a thing. That's what happens when you just type in cookie. What I want to say is that you use the scope. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up again. The scope resolution operator. To access. I don't use smart enough to figure out what I'm saying. I'm just going to throw it in there anyway. So what is it? I'll do this and let's get rid of this one. Right. And let's do this. And what should we do too? Should we do make that a static? How about we do the create ID thing? I remember now. We use RAM. I thought RAM. We'll say 102, 12, like that. Let's put a little thing here. And we're gonna make this into a style, you know, style that. And then you want to access that, right, by doing, we'll do like this. Accessing a static. Oh man. Oh, go back. I'm sorry. It's method, man. And this is how we're gonna echo this thing. What is it? We're gonna say echo, and we're gonna load. See, if we were inside it, then we. Product. Remember, because we want to use product. We're not going to do this though. And then access the, what is it? The create ID. What we want to do is use the static thing. Resolution operator. So it would be like ID. Oops. Forget methods. You need those two things. Those parentheses, and then we're gonna say accessing a static. Let's see. So we're gonna say echo, and then we're gonna say product, and then we're gonna say dollar price like that. See, it's outside. I didn't need to create an object. Like in other words, I didn't need to do. Where is it? This. I didn't need to do this, and then use some kind of thing like this to get to it. I don't need to. If I want to use something like that, make sure I say static. Where is it? In one place? Oh, right here. Where is it? Static, right here. It's static. And if I want to get to it, this is how we do it. Let's see. It'll work. Where is it? What's the spell? So, by the way, you know the static thing? You can actually put it in front of it like this. You can actually do this. I like the other way. What's going on here? There's not a my stuff. Let's see. Bababoo, babalaloo. Is it called pricing? Is it called? Oh yeah. Oh, this is so weird. Let's start a pricing should have worked. What's the time? How about we change it to something else? Oh. Jumping. Why is it not coming? Let me see. I'm gonna. This one's got me a phone. Let me see. Why is it not letting me go down? What's the matter with this thing? How about if we do this? Sing the song that will make you cry. Sing the song. Okay. What is it doing? Where are we? It's a random. Did I do a random? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's right. What should give me roll 0299999? isn't it? I don't understand this. Maybe we should call this why. There's no errors. Let's call it tuples. Where is it? There it goes. I don't know. This is such a strange thing. See, what happened was I already have a property class called, and this is the same file, and I'm using the same name for that, the same class within. That's why I only took this, but that's why I needed to change to another name, because you can't have in the same file. You can't have two classes with the same thing. I always use that first one. You would think that would go for the second one. Anyway, they did the 2. You put the 2. Maybe we should put it. That's what is it? It says this is what is it? What's it called? This that's a big number. How about if we put a space right here? And you do this usual value. How about we put this? How about we take this whole thing here? Only for the next ones, I don't have to deal with this. And let's save it. And boom. There you go. So create seed. Look, I could use these two things without doing this first. Like this, see? Copy this, getting the phone, or the price of the phone. Price. Why did I say phone? How much is a phone cost? Phone costs $200. Phone costs more than $200, buddy. Let me see, and then you can do that by using this thing right here. So that's just the resolution operator. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, oh yeah, I do want to mention one thing. When you want to authentic to access like a non-static property or method using the resolution operator, will result in an error. And, that's why you have to always have that. So we kind of go like this. Let's see. I talked about before. I'm going to get that first error anyway. See, look, it's giving me the error right here. You say, wait a minute, I don't have a property. Let's run it anyway. So what kind of error we did? No, we did not. Why is it that this browser did not give me the error? Anyway, it's right here. As you can see, it's, let me move this over. Right there. You see that? Man, I don't know, my screen is just too small. I can only use a certain part because the other parts, that little, I got like maybe an inch of it that I don't like people seeing because I got so much stuff there. That's okay, man. In the future, I'm going to have a good editor. I'm going to do these things like really well. But for now, I'm just going to do it like that. How about we just say before and after? I already mentioned that. Where is it? I'm just going to put it up here. I remember I told you to put this in. Why don't I just write it down right here? Let's take this out. I'm going to just write it down right here. I'm just going to do it here. Just have it be more. So I'm going to say attempting, let's see, what is it? What is accessing? That's why I got this stupid error. Right thing. Let's see, property or method. Let's see, using the new operator. So put this in. This is like that. We'll do that like that. Since result when it's working on your box, the static keyword can this time for the before, because I wrote that door. So before or like after visibility modifier, which is the accessor. Oh, the access. We'll call it modifier this time. We use that to change it. So how about we just say public, which I showed you before, protected, and private. Okay? This way you have it. So, let's just do it like this. That's it. Let me save it. Space, because instead of take this file, this whole thing here, I'm going to be adding more and more into it. Okay, that way you can have it like this. Let's see. These things here will probably be taken. So much space. What is it? What's the entity at? What's the entity? What's the word entity? Where did I put entity at? This is weird. Let me see. Wow, you can use functions for repeat. Oh, here it goes. This is why. There you go. Not better. Alright, so we reached the bottom. Please give me a like, subscribe to me, give me some comments, if you like what I'm doing, or if you got suggestions. If to slow it down, would you prefer if I had all this already ready? Maybe up to like I was doing before, or you want me to type stuff like I was also doing way before? Let me know. Anyway, we reached the bottom, and that's it. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up.